the drive-through test centers. They're going to get tested, and that's going to make us much safer. So the consideration when opening up for stage 2 is going to be based on, over the last week, last week we had about 142 cases in PEO or in Brampton, I believe. They're 90. So we've seen, a lot of cases come down. And as long as we continue to see that going into next week, that's going to bode very well for phase 2 in the Peel region. And so that's a decision, that we're going to make very soon. But if you look at the last, not just even in Peel, but if you look at the numbers in the last, 7 days, I think 6 of the days at the very minimum, I haven't had a chance to check today's numbers, but 6 out of those, and today being the 7th day, almost every single day we were under 200 cases, and we were conducting over 25,000, 27,000, 24,000 tests. That's incredible. So for 27,000 people getting tested, we were coming down to zero, almost, where everyone's listening, everyone's doing what they've been told, washing your hands, wearing a mask when you can, being, obeying the rules of, 10 people only in a gathering, all of that stuff. And that's going to play a huge role and a huge part of it. So, both from the cases point, are the cases going down? The amount of tests we're doing now, 25,000+ tests, even in the Peel region, breaking the records for the most tests in the entire province. This is all going to, be very well supported as we go forward in the next couple of days, weeks, and in order to open up to phase 2. So as of right now, it's looking really good because our numbers are coming down, and we're, everyone's adhering to what we need to do as the public health officials say, and so we will make that determination very soon. And I think if everything keeps going as planned, we'll be on the right track.
And thank you so much, Minister. Is there any in the near future vaccine is going to?
Yeah, the vaccine issue. That we've got there's a couple of clinical.
Yes, we can hear you.
I think there's something wrong
It's
with
not
the
again.
connection. Yeah.
Is he there?
Hello.
Unmute, please.
Whoops, sorry guys. It's muting for some reason, I'm not sure. So in terms of the vaccine, one of the things that, there's a couple of clinical trials that are going on, but we're still, I think, a bit far away from knowing exactly, when the vaccine might be developed, how long it will take. It's going to take months to put into production. So we don't have a definitive answer on the vaccine yet. But Health Canada, from what I understand, has approved clinical trials. Other countries have approved clinical trials where they're working on this. Typically they say about 12 to almost 16 or 18 months it takes to get a vaccine ready to go and up and started. So there's going to be a long process, but we're hoping for the best. The government's investing millions of dollars into research, hundreds of millions of dollars into research across, billions of dollars across, all countries. And that's where we're really going to, we're really hoping that, the innovation, we've got some of the smartest, brightest scientists in the entire world here in Ontario. And so that's all going to be very beneficial to us as we look towards building up and coming up and leading the world with a vaccine. So we're going to continue to do that and support our scientists any way we can in the research efforts. But I don't have an exact answer as to timing on the vaccine, but we'll do whatever we can to make sure that it comes up as quick as possible and do anything to support the quick recovery of that.
Thank you so much, Minister.
Thank you.
Anybody else have questions?
Yeah, Kurian,
Yes.
Hi.
Ansar is one of
Yeah.
the biggest team member of a boat race. Ansar,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kiran Prakanam, for setting up this meeting. Honorable Minister, appreciate your support for the community and Brampton Boat Race. As mentioned earlier, my name is Ansar. One quick question I would like to ask to Honorable Minister is, post-COVID, do you anticipate any transformation of small business on the way they operate?
Sorry about that. Great question, answer. I think 100%. I think everything is going to change with COVID now. I think behaviors change, businesses change. How people are going to be interacting with businesses. One of the things that we recognized was a lot of businesses are going to go digital. They're going to go online, and that's going to be a very important component for them. And that's why we invested $57 million into programs that will support businesses to get online. So Digital Main Street being one of those programs. So I think exactly that, even consumer preferences have changed quite significantly. Whereas, I would say some of our older generation might not have been too used to online shopping. I used to example for my house, my parents are very much, before COVID would never have even thought of doing online shopping, but now so many of them are, my parents especially are taking advantage of online shopping. So we're seeing a lot of behavioral changes, a lot of changes in the way businesses reach customers, how consumers are interacting with businesses. So that's going to change the face of what we see as the economy and as we see the future of it. And that's where the government has to be able to be there to support our businesses. If there's if we need to put our businesses in a certain direction or move them towards a certain direction and they need support to do that, we should be there. And then the other part of it is, businesses are investing in PPE as, customers come in. Businesses have to, instill confidence in all of their people and consumers that come through these doors, because they want to make sure that people feel safe. And so there's a lot of PPE going in, whether it's you see if you go to the grocery store or other stores, the plexiglass being put into place. So a lot of stuff where masks being worn inside, required masks, gloves. A lot of businesses are taking it up on their own to really move with it. But, that's all a part of the new world after COVID and how businesses are going to have to adapt. And if there's anything else that, I think a lot of stuff is still going to emerge from COVID. And as we come out of the recovery, that's going to be a very interesting part of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Mr. Hassan, any question? Mr. Hassan?
Hassan, you're on mute.
Hi. Thank you, Kiranji, for arranging this wonderful meeting with the Honorable Minister. So, I don't have any specific question, but Brampton is still considered as the hotspot, right? So, will that be affecting our boat race?
Minister is there?
Yeah.
Sorry, unfortunately, the boat race is in PO and Brampton. It's a hotspot right now, but I think that doesn't mean that it's always going to remain a hotspot. You've seen the numbers come down quite significantly. Originally we weren't a part of the hotspot, then we became a hotspot. So there's a lot of stuff that we can still do from now until then, and it all really comes down to public awareness. We got to make sure that the people in Brampton, the people in Peel region are following and adhering to the guidelines that we put forward, not having these big gatherings, large gatherings, massive gatherings. All of that is going to be very important as we look forward. And it's really going to depend on, when we look at, if you look at the way it's been structured, outdoor activities tend to be much safer, given what public health experts have been telling us, that a public outdoor activity is much safer. So what we just have to, measure is, what is the element of risk, and we'll help you guys, and we'll help the boat race team, and make that case to our public health officials, or even when we're having that discussion in terms of team sports, and when do we allow that next phase of team sports to continue. That's going to be really important for us to work together with. So we'll keep pushing that forward. And unfortunately, because Brampton is in the hotspot right now, we weren't able to go forward with a phase 2 last week. But hopefully we've seen, the trend of numbers coming slow. It's going down, it's going down. And if we can keep that trajectory up, it's only going to help us in the next couple of weeks as we look forward to phase 3 with more activities, like potentially a boat race, and a decision to be made on that. So we'll continue to work with the community and see how we can help you pull that off.
Thank you, Minister.
Yeah,
Thank you so
question.
much, Hassan.
Any questions?
Okay, I have a question.
So today's almost our agenda is finishing up. Minister is also want to go. I want to take this opportunity to say special thanks to Honorable Minister Sarkariaji, also our friend Amarjit Sindhu, and all other friends who joined from Brass, Brampton's reference area, different community. Thank you all of you for supporting Brampton Boat Race. We will have more meetings coming up, and please join and support us. Hopefully we will have a good day coming ahead, and we will do the boat race on August 15, but we don't know, we will still wait. We go by the laws, we go by safety, everything. Anyway, thank you for all dear friends to join today, especially for Minister and MPP. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of the day. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Have a good weekend.
And I would also like to thank our sponsor, Manoj Karata, who had sponsored for the Zoom meeting here. So I wanted to thank him too, and thank everybody who has taken the time to come and join the Zoom meeting.
Actually, I have we have two sponsors. One is Mr. Manoj Karata, and one is Ms. Leda Menon, lawyer. And thank you for both of your kindness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, everybody, and have a
Have a
good
good
day
weekend.
ahead. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.